Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Akhandananda Sambodha Bandhanat Yasya Jayate Govindam Tamaham Vande Chidananda Tanum Gurum. So yesterday we were seeing the different gradations of different categories of Shama, Shanti. And there the final category which we saw is the lowest category, the inferior of the Shama, which is a Shravana Eka Manasthitihi Vishay Vyapratim Tyaktva. After giving up the involvement with the sense objects, involving yourself only in the study of Shastra is what? Inferior quality. We have to at least gain this inferior quality of a Shama. At least. That is what should be our goal first. Now then, without the prior and post limbs, you cannot have the Shama. That was also said. Shanti cannot be gained without the limbs which exist before and after, which is the Vairagya, etc., and the Dhamma, etc. Okay, so that was also made clear. Now, what are the, so now we need to gain Shanti, Shama. So what is the method to gain the Shanti, Shama? So for that, we need to go step by step. Before that, we need to understand what are the obstacles for gaining the Shanti. So for that, first he says, in 3 shlokas, he is enumerating this. Kamaha, Krodha, Lobhascha, Kamah, Krodhascha, Lobhascha, Mado, Mohascha, Matsaraha, Najita, Shadimit, Yena, Tasya Shantirna Siddhyati. This is a very important shloka. Kamaha, Krodha, Lobha, Kamaha, Krodha, cha, Lobha, cha, Madaha, Mohascha, Matsaraha, Najita, Shad ime Yena. Tasya Shantirna Siddhyati. This is an important shloka for not just the sadhakas, but also for not just for the seeker, but also for everyone. We call this Shad Ari. Shad, 6. Ari means enemies. 6 enemies. These are 6 enemies for anyone who wants a peaceful life. And if he wants if he is a sadhaka, then he needs to get rid of these 6 enemies. So that is why he says, Yena Shadime na jitaha. Yena, by whom these 6 Shadime, these 6 ime shad, these 6 na jitaha are not conquered. Tasya, for him, Shantir na siddhyati. Shanti is not gained. He cannot gain the Shanti Shama. He cannot be established in Shanti Shama. What are these 6? Kamaha, Krodha, Lobha, Madaha, Moha, Matsaraha. These are the 6. We can split it into three groups. Kamaha, Krodha, Lobha, one group, and Moha, Madaha, and Matsaraha. This is another group. Kamaha, Krodha, Lobha. Why I am splitting it? I will explain that later. Kamaha. What is Kama? Kama is desire. You can understand it also as lust. Okay. Now here, simply desire. Kamaha, desire. Okay. So now, if we gain the desired object, then it is okay. If we don't gain the desired object, then we get krodha, the next stage, anger. Now, before this, there are 2 important things which we need to be said. All these they are called as a durvasana, bad thought imprints. In the text called Durvasana Pratikara Dashakam, the text called Durvasana Pratikara Dashakam by Vidyaranya Muni. This is a very famous text which used to be a kind of thing which needs to be memorized by the old sadhakas. In the previous generation, they used to memorize this. It's a text written by Vidyaranya Muni. People used to memorize this. Sadhakas used to memorize this. Now, it has so happened people don't even know the name of the text. They don't even know the text actually, many of them. So we have done this text. It's available in YouTube also. We have done the book also on this. So there, the beginning he says it is Durvasana Pratikara Dashakam. How to control the Durvasanas? 10 shlokas. Dashakam means 10. 10 shlokas to control that. In that, we have deciphered it as a 51 Upadeshas. That is how we explained it. There he says, Pratar Vaidik Karma Tanus Vedan Sanchintaya Vashad Bharata Moksha Dharmagataya Vasishtara Mayanat Sayam Bhagavatatratro Nidhyasanat Kalo Gachatana Sharir Varnam Radhagantarpitam Ajnanam Tacha He Mano Masada Brahmat Bhavanat Sankalpan Akhilana Pitya Nithyata Sambhavanat Kamam Sadhya Sadhana Ashrama Paridhyanadasram Tyaja Krodham tu kshamya sadaja hibalat lobham tu santoshatah. In the second shloka, second line, these are the three upadeshas. Kamaha, Krodaha, Lobaha. These three vasanas, how to get rid of it. Kamaha. Sadhya sadhana ashrama paridhyanat. Ajasram teja. Give up immediately. How? Sadhya sadhana ashrama. Ashrama means not ashrama. Matha, ashrama. No. Ashrama means asamantat shrama iti ashrama. Ashrama means asamantat shrama. Completely it is painful. What? The sadhya and sadhana, the end and the means, both are painful. What? Kama is painful? Let me explain. We'll take a simple example of a coffee. For a good coffee, you need to get a good seed, coffee seed, a very good seed. You want to drink a very good coffee, so very good seed. You have to roast it in a proper level, not higher, not lower. Variations in seeds there are. Gradations in how you roast it. Then you have to powder it. How much powder and how much not powder, that also differs according to the coffee and coffee makers and all that. Then how much water and what kind of water, how hot should be the water, there are gradations there. Then how much milk you have to add or you don't add, how much sugar you have to add or not add, all these, there are gradations. After making the proper choices and you make a good coffee, let's suppose you make a coffee, if it is good, still it is painful. Why good painful? Because while drinking, you are going to compare it with the yesterday's coffee. Oh, yesterday's coffee was very good. It's not so good today. Or yesterday's coffee was very bad. It is not as bad today, or it is very good today. Tomorrow, will the coffee be same? Tomorrow, or will it be bad? I'm not enjoying the coffee of the present. I'm only comparing it with the past and spoiling my experience of the present. So, sadhya itself. And sadhana, it means coffee is every grade, there is every stage, there is a gradation and there is a pain. So, thinking about it, you have to give up the kama, the desire, immediately. Krodha means anger. How does anger come? If you don't gain the desired object, you become angry. Krodham tu kshamaya, by patience. Through patience, you have to give up with strength, because it's not easy to be patient. And with people who trigger the right buttons to gain you to become angry, with them patience is not a virtue actually. But you have to learn that. You have to be patient. And lobham tu santoshatah. Lobha with santosha. Santosha means happiness. Happiness means with equanimity of mind. Whatever you got is good enough. You don't need to gain more on that. Like otherwise, it will become like that 99 gold coin pot. It's never ending. Why you get lobha, greed? Lobha is greed. Why do you get greed? Whatever you gained, you don't want to share with others. You want to have more of it. So greed. The thing is, kama, krodha, lobha, these three, desire, anger, and greed. These three are limited to yourself. Limited to yourself in the sense, even if you are alone, these three will torture you. The rest, madaha, moha, matsaraha, these are in relationship to others. Okay, that is the difference. That is why this kama and krodha is not, they are not so simple thing. In the Vedas, see, during the Shravani Purnima is on the day we change this sacred thread. Yearly once, compulsorily you have to change. So during that day, we chant a mantra. Kamokarshi Japa, it is called as. We chant Kamokarshin, Manyurakarshin, Namo Namah. That is the mantra. That's a Vedic mantra. So it is not necessary for everyone. Okay. So that's a Vedic mantra. So it's a huge mantra which is clubbed together and which is made into a small mantra. It's a mantra like this. Kamokarshin, Namo Namah. Kamokarshit, Kamak Karotina Hangrome, Kamakatana Hangrata, Kamak Karitana Hangarita, Yeshata Kamakamaya Swaha, Manyurkarshin, Namo Namah. Manyurkarshin, Manyukaroti Nahangurami, Manikartana Hankarta, Manyukaritana Hangarita Yeshade, Manyu Manave Swaha. Manyu means krodha, anger. So to get rid of, I am not doing it. It is the desire which is making me do it, which is doing it, and which is it is the anger which is doing it, not me. So it is doing it. It is making me do it. That is what is the idea. Manyukarta, it is the doer. The Kamakarta, it is the doer. I am not the doer. Kama is the one. Kama or Manyu, desire and anger are the ones which make me do. I am not making anyone do anything. Like that, the mantra goes. So it is so important a thing, Kama and Krodha, to be controlled. Okay. So now, Madaha, as I said, with reference to others, Madaha, the object I gained, the desired thing I got. I am better than that. I got a better thing than that. Meaning ego, ahankara. Madaha means ahankara, ego. Then moha. Moha means delusion. No one will get like that. This is only me. Because of my capabilities, I gained this. That kind of delusion. Moha. And matsaraha. Matsaraha means this is an important quality. Actually, this quality is only when you are with others, but in fact, it is not with the other person. It will always be third, with reference to third person. That is why I forbade people from doing gossip. This gossip thing, when two people meet, what happens is, they invariably talk about the third person. Invariably, they talk weeds to the third person, not the first person and the second person, not yourself and the other person. No, it invariably turns to the third person, and you are always going to be commenting upon that person. Matsaraha is that commenting, meaning seeing the bad in the good. That is Matsara. Fault finding. Like somebody is giving something, somebody is providing food to somebody. Oh, okay. But can't he give that with that and that and that? He is just giving only this. Even that food is, you are not giving even that. You just find fault, that's all, right? So this is what people are capable and experts in. They are experts in finding faults with others. Always. You don't find fault with yourself. If you find fault with yourself, then your life will be better. Not always. Don't go in fault finding mission. Okay. Najita Shadime, one who has not gained control over, victory over desire, hate, anger, greed, madaha. Madaha means ego, then moha, delusion, and matsaraha, fault finding. He will never gain shanti. Okay. Then Shabdadi Vishebhyo yo Vishavanna Nivartate Tivra Moksha Ichaya Bhikshoho Tasya Shantirna Siddhyati. Tasya Shantirna Siddhyati. He will not gain the Shanti, Shama. Even if he be Bhikshoho. Bhikshoho means for that sannyasi also. Even if he be a sannyasi, that's how you have to take. Even if he be a sannyasi, if he doesn't have this, he will not gain the Shama. Previously, I used to think a person in ochre robe is realized. He's as smart or as stupid as you. So there is no need for thinking that only it's a dress, that's all. People don't change, only dress changes, that's all. Okay. Shabdadi Vishebhya. Shabdadi Vishebhya means Because this is a delusion. This is the biggest delusion, actually, right? I used to be deluded like that. So that's why I am warning you people. Shabdadi vishebhyah, from the shabda, etc. objects, the sense objects, the objects for the sense organs. Vishavat yo na nivartate, from them one who does not avoid them as though it is a poison. You have to avoid them like it is poison. That is how you have to give up them. See, there is another thing. I was in Brindavan and I was giving this lecture. While giving this lecture, I was talking about the puja and all that. And I said, I gave up doing the puja, etc. And one of the disciples there, that sannyasini, that lady, she's no more now. She was offended by that. She came to me later. She said, "Why do you say you gave up? You should have to say it got." You cannot translate it in English. It's a little difficult. It's a tricky thing. It got relieved from you. Why don't you say that? Why do you say you gave it up? I said, I gave it up. Anyway, I didn't explain too much. Next day, in the evening, I went to the class again, and in the class, I said, so you have to understand the difference. That's why I'm explaining that story again here. She was a devotee. So therefore, she sees it through devotion, through sense of devotion, eyes of devotion. See, this is the difference between the Vedanti and the devotee. A Vedanti always sees he has to give up things. Devotee for the devotee, whereas it is given up because of the grace of Ishvara. He didn't give up. Ishvara made him to give it up. Okay, that is how he sees. And for Vedanta, it is he has to do it, because in the Veda itself it says, Parikshalokan Brahmachitan Brahmana Nirvedam Ayat. Brahmana, that seeker, Nirvedam, Vairagya Ayat, he should gain. He should gain the Vairagya by seeing things. The means does not serve to gain the end of Brahmajnana. There is no means, there is no method here. Only Shastra can give you. No sadhanas, no other practices can give you the Brahmajnana. That is what the Vedanta says. You have to give up. That is the difference. Okay, right. Shabdadi vishebhyo yo vishavatna nivartate. You have to give up the shabda, etc. Vishaya, object, sense object, like visha. And even the scientists, we said, they also give up tivra moksha ichya. That is the difference between us and them. Because of the great desire for liberation, we give up the sense object, sir. You give up the sense object with a pleasure for the sake of liberation, for the sake of realization. If you don't, like it is a poison, you don't even go close to it. It's a poison. So it poisons your mind. You have done this for so many births. Now you want to get into it again. For what reason? There's no sense in it. So Tivra Moksha Ichya Bhikshoho. Tivra Moksha Ichya, with great amount of desire for the liberation. Now, if he doesn't have that, tasya shantirna siddhyati, he will not be able to gain the shanti, shama. No. Yena naradhito devaha yasya no guru anugraha na vashyam hridayam yasya tasya shantirna siddhyati. Yena na aradhito devaha yasya na guru anugraha na vashyam hridayam yasya tasya shantirna siddhyati. The third shloka, it completes the obstacle, one who will not have shanti. Tasya shantir na siddhyati, he will not gain the shanti, shama. Who? These are the three things which are said here. Yena devaha na aradhitaha, one who has not worshipped the God. One who has not worshipped the God. Worship the God means if you do the puja, etc., or if you do the japa, etc., that is worship. If you are not devoted to God, one who has not devoted to the God, he will not gain the shanti. Yasya no guru anugraha, one who does not have the grace of Guru, anugraha, grace. One who does not have the grace of Guru or the blessings of Guru, he will not also have the shanti. And we have to see in correlation. In Vedanta, I keep repeating it again and again. Ishvara is none other than Guru. Guru is Ishvara. That is how we see in Vedanta. We don't see the Ishvara and Guru as different things. That is why in the Mangalacharana itself, we said with reference to the Shvetashvara Upanishad, Yasya Deve Parabhakti Yatha Deve Ktha Yasya Deve Parabhakti Yatha Deve Ktha Guru Tasya Vigatita Hyarthaha Prakashante Manatmanaha. Meaning, one who has great amount of devotion to the Ishvara, the same amount of devotion which he has to Ishvara, he has in Guru. Only to him this knowledge, the self will reveal itself, not to anyone else. And this is another thing. There is one shloka which says, I don't remember the shloka, but the gist of the shloka is this. If the God gets angry, Guru will protect. If Guru gets angry, even God cannot protect. That is how the shloka reads. Now, that is why we say, Sahanavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Kravavahi, Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu, Adhitamastu, Na Vidvishavahi. Let us not have any contradictions, any anger towards each other, fight with each other. Na Guru Anugraha, one who does not have the grace of Guru, Na Vashya Hridayam Yasya, Na Vashyam Hridayam Yasya, one who does not have the mind under the control, one who does not have devotion to Ishvara, one who does not have the devotion to Guru, grace of Guru, and one who does not have the grace of, we have to see this like that, grace of Ishvara, grace of Guru, and grace of one's own mind. Three. All this is also case. One who does not have the mind under control means one who does not have the grace of his mind. Because that is an important thing. Manah Prasada, that is what the next topic is. Next topic is Manah Prasada. Manah Prasada means the grace of your mind. The tranquility of mind or the peace of mind, etc., which is basically the grace of your mind. The clarity of your mind. What does that mean? Manah Prasada siddhyartham sadhanam shruyatam budhaihi. Manah Prasado yat sattve yadabhavena siddhyati. Manah Prasada siddhyartham sadhanam shruyatam budhaihi. Manah Prasado yat sattve yadabhavena siddhyati. In the second line, he is giving the Anvaya Vyatirika. Yat sattve manah prasadaha. Yadabhave na manah prasadaha. That is how you have to understand. Siddhyati is the common word. So, when you have this, you have the peace of mind. When you don't have that, you don't have the peace of mind. What is that? Manah prasad siddhyartham sadhanam. The means for the peace of mind, the grace of the mind, to gain that manah prasada, to gain established in that manah prasada, to have that manah prasada, sadhanam shruyatam buddhi, from the learned, sadhanam, the means, shruyatam, listen to it. Listen to the means to gain the peace of mind from the learned people, from the people who know about the mind and its methods. What are they? From here, 105 to 108, in these next four shlokas, he is enumerating 18 different means. Okay? They are not choice here. You have to have all that. So it is not and or, it is and, that's all. Brahmacharyam ahimsa cha daya bhutesh avakrata visheshu ativaitrishnyam shaucham dambha varjitam. So there is one thing. Shabdadi vishebhyo yo vishavan na nivartate. This is a thing which I have to say this. Bhikshoho, he says. Tasya bhikshoho. Because why he has to say that is, I've seen a lot of people after giving up their home and all that, they think it is a retirement plan. Taking sannyasa or taking to this life is a retirement plan. There you don't have to do anything. You just eat your food, whatever comes, and you just eat, do whatever you want. No. Listening to songs, listening to cricket and all that, this becomes a huge thing actually. It is not a retirement plan. That is why you have to remember that. So what is that? ब्रह्मचर्यम अहिंसा च दया भूतेषु अवक्रता विषयेषु अतिवैतृष्ण्यम शौचम दंभ विवर्जनम. Brahmacharya means celibacy. Brahmacharya means not approaching a woman, etc. That is how we translate it in other languages, but it is not that. We already said the women are also equally eligible for knowledge, so it will be wrong thing. So simple thing is celibacy. You don't have to interpret it as Brahmaniyo nitram charati iti brahmacharya, one who is always established in Brahman. No, that is not the brahmacharya. This is the means brahmacharya we are talking about. Okay, so brahmacharya means simple word celibacy. Over. There's no other meaning to it. Okay, celibacy. And next word is ahimsa. After celibacy, he is talking about ahimsa. This is an important thing. You have to understand. There's a correlation actually. What is brahmacharya? Control of sense organ. That is brahmacharya. Simple. Okay. So control of sense organs. So now, what is the nature of sense organ? Paranchi khani vetanat swambhu. Its nature is to go outside. Now you are controlling it. Controlling is an act of pain. You are giving pain to yourself. Ahimsa. Next is non-violence. How can they go hand in hand? So pain to yourself is a tapas. Pain to others is a himsa. You have to understand that. Pain to yourself. Accepting the pain blissfully, happily is called as tapas. Because the root word tapas means penance. Root word tapas is tapasantape. Tapasantape. Samyak tapa santapa. To accept the pain happily. Okay, so ahimsa here in Yoga Sutra, ahimsa is categorized in different ways. Ahimsa, desha, kala, vastu, meaning a space, time, object, according to causation. According to that, you can have ahimsa. There are different gradations, but there is no choice here for us. The gradations are explained for the beginners. It is explained in the Yoga Sutra. How? In the space, in the place. Place means I will not eat meat, or I will not eat fish, or I will not eat chicken in this place. Some holy city. So in holy cities, in holy places, I will not eat non-vegetarian. That is how we start. That is place, according to place. According to time. Time means on Saturdays I won't eat, or on Fridays I won't eat, on these auspicious days I won't eat. Like that, you have now every day they eat, everywhere. Even in India, they used to follow all these rules. On Saturdays, many of them they won't eat non-vegetarian items. Now every day, morning, night, evening, every time they eat non-vegetarian. So the thing is, our body is not capable of handling non-vegetarian. Our intestines are not capable of handling non-vegetarian. It's not made for non-vegetarian actually. Anyway, so but why are we talking? I am talking about non-violence. Where did this eating of meat and all that come from? It's simple. Whether you do himsa or you encourage someone do himsa, violence is same. Like in economics, they said demand and supply. This is demand and supply. You have see a demand there, they supply it. They are killing for your sake. If you don't have any demand, people don't eat. Let us suppose they stop eating fish. Who will venture into the ocean or sea to catch fish? No one. So demand supply it is. So that is also ahimsa. Okay. So and according to the objects, I won't eat chicken or meat. I will eat only fish. I will eat only egg. I will eat only chicken. Like that, choosy. So that kind of is with respect to the object, non-violence according to the object. So these are gradations for the beginners, not for the seeker. For the seeker who is interested in Vedanta, who is interested in knowledge, he cannot enter into all these things, because what happens is they spoil our mind. Okay, daya. Bhuteshu is a word which needs to be associated with ahimsa, which needs to be associated with daya, which needs to be, it's like Delhi Dipanyaya we saw, right? So we'll say this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.